Today on Suncoast View, there is a major labor shortage on the Suncoast in skilled trades. Could a unique employment program solve the problem for young workers? We'll discuss.
Interest rates are going up. The stock market is going all over the place. So what does that mean for Suncoast real estate? We'll get a market recap in today's Suncoast for Sale.
And backed by popular demand, a Suncoast seasonal favorite will take the stage in a new location, but with a very familiar story. West Coast Black Theater Troupe is here to preview Black Nativity. All that and more right now on Suncoast View. And welcome to the show. Happy Election Day, everybody. Woo. Yes, and a big welcome to two of our favorite guest hosts. Welcome to Nate Jacobs, the Artistic Director of West Coast Black Theater Troupe. Welcome.
Thank you, Joey. Glad to be back.
We are thrilled that you are here.
I know.
Yes, yes. And welcome to Tracy Freeman, the editor of Edible Sarasota Magazine.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
We're thrilled you're here. Yes, Election Day. So, Nate, I know you have a lot happening right now. You are deep in rehearsals for Black Nativity, which we're very excited about. And we are going to get a preview a little later on.
Yes, we are. I'm also in rehearsals for Marvin Gaye, so two shows at one time. Isn't it crazy?
Wow.
But yeah, Black Nativity is our Christmas card to the community. So everybody loves it, and every other year now we present the show to the community. This year we're going to be at the Sarasota Opera House.
Yes.
One of the reasons is because we're renovating the theater. Mm-hmm. We're getting our new theater, so the dates had to, file out a certain way so that we can start the renovation on time. So
well, that's a great reason, though. That is a very exciting reason, and a new venue is always can be exciting. So
more people get to see it too.
That's what I'm excited about. A lot of new people will get a chance to have that experience. So.
Well, that's wonderful. We're going to learn a little bit more about the show, and we're going to get a preview, which I know we're all very excited about.
It's one of my favorite shows of all time. It really is.
Thank you.
Yes, and I have to say I've never been able to see it because it sells out so quickly. So this is my year.
Yeah,
I'm certain
it is
this
your
is
year,
it. This
Joey.
is it.
Get in there.
Well, Tracy, you have a lot going on as well. Your Edible Magazine's holiday issue is in the process, about to come out soon. Anything you can tell us about this issue?
It's sweet.
Ah.
Very, very sweet. We have some edible Christmas ornaments. We have some amazing pies. We talk about the cake makers in our community. We're talking about donuts. I think Tina and I must have had a sweet tooth when we were planning this issue.
Well, I'm very excited for it to be coming out. Estimate about when we might see it on stands?
Probably in the next couple of weeks.
Perfect, right before Thanksgiving, hopefully. So that's wonderful. And every issue you continue to outdo yourself. So I am no pressure, but I'm really excited to see this issue.
Thank you so much.
I do have to poke a little bit of fun and Tracy. So Tracy is always wonderful to appear on our show. Of course, it's Election Day, and Tracy said, "Oh no, am I making a statement by wearing red?" Which made me say, oh, "I'm wearing blue." I didn't even think about it. I always wear blue.
Red, white, blue. I did think about it.
So Nate, you are the one who has remained safe and unbiased.
Safe and unbiased. Yes, definitely. I don't know why I picked purple, but there it is.
Well, there you go.
Sort of royal.
Yes, there we go. But
you.
as Tracy reminded us, she is a Canadian, so she's not making any commentary.
Not going either way.
No, but I think it's time. I think it's time I get my citizenship.
Yes.
This election I really wanted to vote, so it's hard to live here and do the work that we're doing and not be able to vote. So.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Well, good. That's
I felt good when I voted. That pencil has a lot of power in it.
Yes, and you wore the red, white, and blue, so Linda got the memo.
I always try to on Election Day or holidays or something.
And those lines this morning, the lines at the churches, people going in to vote was just incredible.
Yes, absolutely. Lot happening. We're going to talk a little bit more about Election Day in a moment, but we do want to welcome something everyone can agree on, and that is great food on the Suncoast. We want to see who is in the Rice's Appliance Kitchen today. We have Chef David from Premier Catering. Welcome.
Welcome.
What are we making today?
We're doing a butternut squash and apple bisque today. Ooh. And I'm topping that with a sambuca spice butter and dried cranberries.
Oh, perfect.
Wow.
Perfect soup. As I understand, we're going to be getting a little chillier weather coming, so it's good soup time. But it also is very timely with a big event happening here on the Suncoast. Tell us a little bit about Empty Bowls.
Yeah, Meals on Wheels Plus fundraiser is Empty Bowls. And so they have all these hand-painted bowls that you would get one at the event, and you get to taste a lot of different soups and take some home with you.
Oh, and all for a great cause. And I know Meals on Wheels Plus and the Food Bank of Manatee, that is happening this week, November 8th and 9th, 2 different locations. So you'll have 2 different opportunities to catch it. You can get your tickets at foodbankofmanatee.org, and we're going to learn a little bit more about the event a little later on in the show. But we're excited to join you for some soup. It's a good,
Yes, we are.
good day for soup. Also a good day to get out and vote. This is your reminder. I know we all feel like we've been getting these reminders for so long, especially with early voting, but this is it. This is your day. So if you have any questions about where to vote, when, how to find your polling place, there are 2 different options you have. You can find all the info you need for Sarasota County by visiting sarasotavotes.com. For Manatee County, you can visit votemanatee.com. So lots of info out there available to you, so don't pass up the opportunity to vote because you're not sure where or how.
Right.
Yes, so the polls are open until 7 p.m. tonight. Manatee County Area Transit is actually offering free bus service today to help get you to the polls, which I think is just great.
Yes.
The offer includes the MCAT Route 99 buses that travel into Sarasota County. Handy Bus clients can ride free if traveling to or from a designated polling location. I also understand that Uber and Lyft are offering free and discounted rides to polling places as well. I also saw on Facebook, on social media, lots of offers from just random citizens who are saying, I will drive any one of my friends, friends of friends, anyone in my community, I will drive you to the polling place.
Oh, nice. Great. And they were canvassing last night at my house, 5 o'clock.
Yes.
Still out there.
Oh, good, good.
Well, I voted by mail I got my ballot by mail, and then I waited until Friday, and I was panicked. So I had to drive it over and put it in the special box. But then I was afraid, what if it gets stuck in the mail and it never gets there? So I still had to go in person.
Yeah.
Yes.
I go right after this. So.
Oh, yes,
do
good,
you?
good. And then you get the I voted sticker.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, of course, you'll be able to find all the information about the elections. You can visit ABC7 online for local updates. That'll start after the polls close at 7 p.m. You can go online to mysuncoast.com under Politics, Election-Results. Of course, you can always tune in to ABC7 beginning at 7 p.m. for complete election coverage. You can tune in, or you can also go online to watch. That is mysuncoast.com/live. So it's a big day.
Can you imagine the candidates out there, how scary this is going to be for them?
Yes, yes.
It's like sudden death playoff, you know? It's
Well, I mean,
over
this is
tonight if
it.
you don't
Yeah,
win.
yeah. I mean, and we'll either have new leaders or we'll have people who tried their best and are not.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's got to be hard.
I was trying to be my mother was in local politics when I was a
really?
kid. She was a city councilwoman and then became the president of the council in Syracuse. So election night was always nerve-wracking for our whole family because it was either going to go very well or very, very bad.
Oh, yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So so tune in to ABC7 and everyone just hope for the best,
We
whatever
hope
that
you're
means for
cheering
you.
at
Yes.
the end of the night. We hope we are too.
Exactly. Well, it is
Yes.
time for our first hot topic, and there is a major labor shortage on the Suncoast in many of the skilled trades. Now, Career Edge Sarasota is piloting a unique program to fill those jobs with local workers. Career Edge has developed an express program partnership where employers identify skilled labor that they are lacking, while schools identify underemployed students who could use an opportunity to further their career. The Express program seems like a win-win. Companies don't wait months or years for trained talent, and individuals can earn a living wage while learning a job. Skills include electrical, plumbing, automotive, and AC specialties. What do you think about this?
I think that's great that you can have interesting jobs that pay well and get trained for them, because it's the training that's so expensive and hard to get.
Absolutely, and I know, when you're picking your secondary education, if that's even an option for you, you want to go into something where there's a job,
And for students who don't really want to go to college right out of high school, this is a great opportunity for them.
Yeah, and you've got a job, because if they train you, you do a good job, and then you've got a real good possibility of going to work there. So
Yes.
it sounds like a great program.
Yes, and think too, a lot of these skilled labor, you need to know, you get the on-the-job training. So it's one thing, of course you study it and you learn the craft, but it's being able to work with the actual people that can mentor you. To have that connection when you're young, how great
yeah.
to know that this is an option
Right.
after
And
you
they're
leave.
interesting jobs. They're not boring
And
jobs.
they get paid, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't know about
Well,
the
I don't know if,
training part.
I don't know at what point they get paid, but I know that they do get the experience. I'll double check that.
Yeah.
But very valuable. And let's be honest, some of these jobs are not being replaced. We worry about automation. You know, everyone's concerned, oh, computers are going to take our jobs, but not these jobs. You
Right.
still need a good electrician. You still need a good plumber.
And yes, they change, but they change slowly. So you're learning the changes as you go.
Yeah. So it's good. I mean, I think we all hope the best for the next generation of Suncoast residents, and having a job would certainly be at the top of that list. Well, Halloween has passed, and now it's beginning to sound a lot like Christmas. There are 49 shopping days left, but SiriusXM Radio just launched 7 of its 16 commercial-free holiday music channels. There is a style of seasonal songs for everyone, and apparently even the early birds, since it's only November 6th. This station actually launched the day after Halloween, leading many of us to ask, how early is too early for holiday music? Fess up. Who's
This
into the
is
holiday
too
music?
early.
It's too
Yeah, I think
early.
it's too early too.
Yeah, you get bored with it. You don't hear it anymore. It becomes such a background. Maybe the day after Thanksgiving. Didn't it used to start the day
Yeah,
after
yes.
Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Like midnight on Thanksgiving night?
Yeah, and that made sense. Okay,
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
That was
then
still a long
get
time.
ready to.
Is it because Thanksgiving doesn't have any music? So Thanksgiving as a holiday isn't competing?
That's a good thought.
Yeah.
Halloween
I think-
doesn't really have a lot of music either.
I think the store chains are in.
Yes.
cahoots
Yeah, it's
because
something
that
about
gets-
shopping in that
Yeah.
music.
They get
Yes.
people all in the spirit, and they come to the stores, start that shopping early. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
but 49 days, that made me feel much better. It said 49 days.
Yes, 49
until
shopping
Christmas.
days left.
And
Yes.
my Sirius radio station that I love songs, is now holiday music. So I don't have my love songs where I can listen to Silent Night.
And not all holiday music is happy. You know, I mean, some of it is quite sad. The Christmas Shoes song just makes me want to pull over and weep. So, I mean, I don't know that I want to start that right away. I know as an actor, we would do holiday shows, and Nate, you can certainly speak to this. And a lot of times they would just run the show a week after Christmas, and there just felt nothing sadder than doing, you know,
Right.
holiday shows after. But
Yes.
the people still loved it. So, you know, I guess everyone's on their own timeline.
I don't know. This is a little early for most of
right,
us.
it's too early for now. So.
I
If
don't
it
know
makes
that
you-
song about Christmas shoes.
Oh, Linda, I'll share it with you on a
Man,
break, and then I'll get you tissues.
I was wondering the same thing.
Oh, it's the saddest thing ever. We'll talk. I'll play it for you on a break. Well, on a lighter note, we all remember the world of pure imagination with Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Well, first it was a book, then a film starring Gene Wilder. But could there be a new story that takes place before all of the golden tickets? Little is known about this new take, but the story we understand would explain how Wonka started his factory and what caused him to lock it away for years. The short list of actors rumored to play Willy Wonka include Ryan Gosling and Daniel Glover. Are we interested in a prequel story about Willy Wonka?
Now I'm wondering, when you mentioned that, I'm wondering, well, how did it all start?
I wonder if there's enough younger generation that knows this whole classic of a movie. But it did come to Broadway, so a lot
Yes.
of kids did get exposed. I
And-
think last year. It was
Yes,
on Broadway.
and now it's touring. It's no longer running on Broadway, but it's going out on tours. There was a Johnny Depp remake that we've chosen not to acknowledge because
Right.
those of us that are loyalists to the Gene Wilder film didn't enjoy it as much.
He put a little creep in it.
Yes, yes, it was Tim Burton. It was a little odd. It was a little odd. But I think we're so into prequels right now. You know, like Wicked the musical tells the story of the Wizard of Oz beforehand,
Yeah.
and all of the superhero movies. We want to know why people are doing what they're doing.
And still bad things happen in it, though. Doesn't the kid fall in a chocolate vat?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's perfectly happy to do that because
Oh,
he
okay.
is eating all the chocolate.
I was worried about when the kid went under the chocolate. Somebody get him.
No,
And
he was
everybody
quite
lives,
happy.
they just get booted out of the
Exactly,
factory.
and it's a
Okay.
lesson in child behavior, which I don't know, maybe we'll need. We'll talk about that a little later on today, too.
Yes.
We are now going to check in with our mid-morning forecast, and when we come back, Nate's going to help us preview Black Nativity.
A wound-up area of low pressure moves through the Great Lakes toward the northeast, carrying with it a potent cold front, producing at times severe weather as it moves toward the east. A fair amount of cloud cover residing along the Gulf waters will move into our area from time to time. High thin clouds for the most part, nothing that blocks the sun. We'll certainly have some breaks in that cloud cover, and that will bring us plenty of sunshine to help boost our temperature to well above average. Now, the front that could produce severe weather today is never going to make it to Florida. It stalls out across the North Florida border, eventually washes out. A secondary cold front will approach and bring us some slightly cooler weather just in time for the weekend. Today, mostly sunny, we'll call it. Warm and humid conditions with dew points well above average. But cooler this weekend with perhaps, fingers crossed, some much cooler weather next week. Maybe even fire pit weather as you head into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of next week. Today's high come in at about 86 degrees.
Backed by popular demand for the holidays, the West Coast Black Theater presents Black Nativity, a high-energy, inspiring show that tells the story of Christmas in a very special way. And we have Nate Jacobs, the founder and artistic director of the West Coast Black Theater, to thank for bringing it here. Nate, most of us, not Joey, but all the rest of us have seen Black Nativity, and we loved it.
I was so glad all the ladies came to expose. Now, Black Nativity is a black theater tradition all over the world, to be honest with you, because in Europe they do it a lot. It started with Langston Hughes back in the 1950s when he created a piece to celebrate the holiday with, you know, a more Afrocentric story. And what you do with Black Nativity, you take a structure of what he did, and then you create your own. And so we've created our own here in Sarasota, and people love it.
I can see why. You have an awesome cast.
Yes, Tara Connor-Jones, who plays the angel. Actually, one of the couple of the stars are here today. Sarita Banks, who is a wonderful artist as well. She is featured in it, and I'm actually singing in that show as well. So,
it's got to be good then.
Yeah.
And the dancing and the singing.
It is.
Oh my goodness.
Very festive.
It's so
Colorful.
joyful.
Yes.
And it makes the story so down to earth.
Right, it does.
I love every minute of it. So it's at the Opera House this year.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that. I know that more of the community will get exposed to it. We had to move it because something wonderful is happening at the theater with the renovation, to be out of our space to start this renovation. So we moved it to the Opera House, and we're quickly filling it out. So everybody better run to the box office and get their tickets.
I learned that because it's a very limited engagement, right?
It is. I think we do 5 performances. That space, the Opera House, is about 1,000 seats. And so we just added one, so it may be 6 now.
So I have a chance.
The
That's
20
why
hours,
I miss it, because it sells out
Which one
every
you
year.
have
I
to
mean,
come?
it is
You have to
part
come
of
this year.
it's part of so many people's annual holiday tradition.
It is, you know, they have the nutcrackers, and then they have this and that, and then a lot of people now, they want to see Black Nativity.
Absolutely.
When we bring it to the table, it's a totally different experience, yeah.
So set up the song that we're going to sing.
This,
we're going to hear, and tell us what it's about, and introduce the singers and the accompanists.
It's one of the songs that actually featured in the show, Joy to the World, that everybody knows, but there was an arrangement done for Whitney Houston for The Preacher's Wife movie that she did.
Yes.
And we used that version in the show, so that's what we're singing.
And who are these guys over here? Look at them.
We have
They're
Sarita
red.
Banks, who's leading, and then we have Raleigh Mosley, who is a phenomenal singer, and everybody know Michael Mendez as one of the stars of the theater company, and I'm very delighted to be working with them. They're talented people.
And the accompanist, of course.
And the accompanist is Brennan Stiles, who's also playing for Raisin, that's on stage.
Busy man. So as you go over to get ready, let me tell you that Black Nativity is going to be at the Opera House, and it's December 12th through the 21st, so you'd better get your tickets now. Okay, guys, take it away.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. Let heaven and nature, heaven and nature sing. Everybody say joy to the world, for the Lord is let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. Heaven and nature sing. Heaven and nature sing. Heaven and nature sing. Go and tell it his glory. Hey, you shout a new story. Go shout the new story. Now the Savior is born. Let heaven, 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 heaven and nature sing joy. Lord has come. Yes, it has. Let earth receive her. Yeah. Let fields and flowers, rocks, hills and plains repeat the sounding joy. The sounding joy. The sounding joy. Go and tell it. Hey, you shout a new story. Shout the new story. The Savior is born. Let heaven, 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 heaven and nature sing.
Black Nativity will be performed on December 12th, 13th, 19th, 20th, and 21st at 7:30 at the Sarasota Opera House. For tickets and information, go to the westcoastblacktheater.org. Before we go to break, let's hear one more song from the cast, guys. Take it away again. Oh, this is going to be so fun.
Put your hands together.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't that a mighty day? A mighty day. Wasn't that a mighty day, Lord? A mighty day, Lord. Wasn't that a mighty day? A mighty day when Jesus Christ was born. Oh, yeah. When Jesus Christ was born.
Teachers inspire our children and promote a lifetime of learning. So ABC7 and Gettle Automotive want to honor these chalkboard champions by giving them the chance to win $500. But we need your help. Go to mysuncoast.com/chalkboardchampions to nominate an outstanding teacher who's really making a difference. And each month we'll deliver $500 to one teacher in Sarasota County and one teacher in Manatee County. Go to mysuncoast.com and nominate your chalkboard champion today.
There are lots of people who are confused about which Medicare plan is right for them.
Hey, that's me. I barely know where to start.
Well, start here with me, Karen. I'm a licensed Humana sales agent.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Karen. I'm John Smith.
Hi, John. At Humana, we know you're unique, so you have different needs from other John Smiths.
Yeah, I've always thought so.
And together, we can find a plan that's right for you.
Great. I go to the doctor a couple of times a year, and I have some prescriptions, but I'm never fully sure of what's covered and what's not.
With Humana's all-in-one Medicare Advantage plans, you get coverage for hospital stays, doctor visits, and Part D prescription drug benefits, all for an affordable and sometimes no monthly plan premium.
Do you have any more information?
Sure, I'll get a decision guide in the mail to you today. They're free.
Finally, someone who understands the real me.
Your health and happiness is important to us. Call or go online now to get your free decision guide. Call a licensed Humana sales agent today.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Be a Heart Walk hero. I'm Scott Dennis. Join ABC7 and the American Heart Association for the 2018 Suncoast Heart Walk. It's Saturday, November 10th at J.D. Hamill Park. Walk with us to help raise funds to fight heart disease and stroke. Your support will help us advance life-saving breakthroughs that will keep more hearts beating. We can't save lives without your help. Register for free and walk with us to have fun and help hearts. For more information, visit suncoastheartwalk.org.
ABC 7, the Suncoast's official Florida lottery station.
Back. We were talking a little earlier about the new Willy Wonka movie and childhood behavior. Well, it seems like in a time where most of us grew up with a little swat on the bottom as a reminder to straighten up our behavior, this week the American Academy of Pediatrics hardened its stance against spanking, saying that adults caring for children should use more healthy forms of discipline, such as positive reinforcement, setting limits, and setting expectations, and that they should not spank, hit, slap, threaten, or shame. The statement goes on to cite research linking spanking to child aggression and teen depression. Does this new discipline statement surprise you? We've talked about spanking on our show before and whether you're for or against it.
It doesn't surprise me at all because there's a lot of child abuse going on. People lose their tempers. But most of us grew up in a time where we were spanked, but never abused.
No, it was never abused because everybody was getting spankings. And so it was nothing strange. And it was the way. It was just the way. So it was actually healthy, you know, from where we saw it. Of course, we didn't like it when we were the victim of the spanking. But, you know, if I had been the only child, it would have been totally different. But with 9 other siblings in the house.
Whoa, they'd be tired by the time they got to you.
They kept spankings going on almost every other day. But it was, like I said, it was done in a way you always knew they loved you, although that had to happen when it had to happen. And you went on with life. And look at us. We're just sane and, you know,
although our children question that sometimes.
Tracy, what about you?
I'm just going back to the threat part. I don't know what I would do without my threats.
Oh.
I threat my children. The phone is the best thing to threaten your children with.
Oh,
I don't know. I could probably do everything else except the threatening part.
You got to keep that.
I'm still going to keep that.
But that's more, you're talking more about limiting their phone or taking it away as punishment. So that is a little more, I don't know, that's to me sounds more like it's falling under the reasoning with the child to get the behavior you want, as opposed to the child avoiding punishment, which is
there are devices to take away that they want desperately. So
that really
in our day and age, we didn't have anything they could take away.
Exactly.
It's true. It's true. Go outside.
Take it.
You're right. Come back in.
It was like, and you know, some kids, I've worked a lot with kids, and a mentor of mine told me some kids you can discipline with talking with them, and there are others that need a little more to convince them that they should follow the rule or cooperate or what have you. But abuse is totally out of the picture, and that is when it's overdone. Or when you're just slapping kids any kind of way because you're upset or disappointed or frustrated at the moment. It does have to be structured discipline where the kid always know of everything, that you love them. Regardless of what you decide to do, they have to always be the, you know, the overriding.
And that's a great point, Nate, is that, you know, when we're talking about spanking, I think I can speak for all of us, when we're talking about, you know, measured discipline at home. Or come on, let me take over my knee. Not the same as whacking a child. And there is a difference. And I think, I think when I can't speak for everyone, but I think when some people look at the issue, they are trying to protect a child from being abused, which obviously we all feel the same. Our viewers actually weighed in on this topic quite a bit. We had some viewer comments. Our viewer, Michael, said, in my honest opinion, it's always better to teach your child through setting clear boundaries and keeping a loving space for dialogue. Thank you, Michael. Michelle weighed in and said, yes, spanking on the behind. A couple swats to show you are not happy with the circumstances, not an inhumane punishment till they are bruised. So she's talking about that same distinction. Brian said, spanking is for people that don't know how to teach discipline.
Which is a lot of people.
Yes, absolutely. So interesting. We were saying my parents used to make us get the belt for our own punishment, and we would get a very, very thin braided one that my mom had. But if we had to get it for our brothers, my dad had a big thick leather belt. So and we,
that's the way to go.
Exactly.
We had to go get a switch.
Right. And you had to go cut it yourself.
Get your own switch, yes.
Luckily, I grew up in the north, so we didn't know switches.
Yeah, it was too cold.
Yeah. Well, coming up next, a Suncoast real estate market update in Suncoast for sale.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
The ABC7 First Alert weather app just got even better. It's easy to use once you download it. First, tell the app to follow you, so you get alerts pinpointed to exactly where you are. Then customize your settings with all the places you go, from the beach to grandmother's house. Get accurate alerts for everyone you care about. You can even pick which weather alerts and categories you want and what they sound like. More ways to customize and more ways to keep your family safe. Download the ABC7 First Alert weather app today.
WWSB ABC7 is an equal opportunity employer, and we're looking for qualified people to join our dynamic team. For a list of current openings and to apply online, visit www.mysuncoast.com/contact/employment. If you're a motivated team player and you want a rewarding career in a fun, fast-paced working environment, WWSB ABC7 could be the perfect fit for you. Check out our list of openings now. ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Watch ABC7 wherever you are, on our live stream, on mysuncoast.com, on the ABC7 My Suncoast app, powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life, featuring traffic maps and live radar, dining with recipes, and My Suncoast Restaurant Guide. Visit mysuncoast.com. Click on the Apps tab to download the ABC7 My Suncoast app for Apple and Android. Find out first at 4 with ABC7 News at 4, weekdays on ABC7.
Welcome back to Suncoast View. We're going to check back in the kitchen with Chef David from Premier Catering. And Chef, you are making a great fall soup that you are also going to be making at Empty Bowls this week. It's a butternut squash soup, but I understand when we make any kind of soup with butternut squash, there's things we can do with the seeds.
Yeah, you know, there's actually like 16 different types of squash that you know, and they're all great. Today, this is butternut squash, and if you scoop the seeds out, just like if you're cleaning a pumpkin for Halloween, you can actually toss them in a little bit of olive oil, a little salt and pepper, and toast them in your oven or on a skillet, and they make a great snack. Or you can garnish your soup with the same thing.
Oh,
gives a little crunch to your soup.
A great tip. I think I typically throw them out, so I've been missing out. Well, we can't wait to join you later on and get a preview of the soup that you're making this week at Empty Bowls, which we're very excited about. We'll see you in a little bit. Well, in comparison to much of the country, home sales on the Suncoast continue to be strong. But third quarter definitely brought some challenges with a rising interest rate, a roller coaster stock market, and red tide concerns. Well, Realtor Andrew Haddad is here with this week's Suncoast for Sale to talk about market strength as we wrap up 2019. Go into 2019.
That's right.
Yes.
Go into 2019. So first of all, to explain the report is we put together for Sarasota, we actually break Sarasota up into different zones. Because you know what's happening out on Lido Key is not the same that's happening out in Lakewood Ranch in central Sarasota. So that's the big thing, is taking a hyper look at what's happening in the market. To address those challenges, yeah, interest rates are up. What that does eventually is, as the interest rates go up, a buyer's purchasing power goes down, And then ultimately, sellers that have their properties on the market, there's a less pool of buyers that can afford their property. So absolutely that impacts the affordability in the market. Red tide, to address that, yeah, that was a big thing that happened in our third quarter. And at the same time, if you put that in perspective to what's happening in the world with volcanoes or you know, other things, at least it's temporary, right? And it's the price we pay to live in paradise. But overall, the market is strong. Joe,
yeah, good. That was what I was going to ask.
The third quarter, we actually had, again, another record month, over 2,000 sales in Sarasota, which is really good. There was a time when we didn't have 2,000 sales in a quarter, and so that was really huge. So love that as well. We're going to break out the zones now.
So you break it down in different market sectors for us. So we're starting with luxury.
Yeah, so the first is the luxury market. So luxury is defined as the top 10% of the market. So in our market, that's actually about that 750,000 range. The luxury market is still very, very strong. Inventory is actually down to 8 months of inventory. You can see the median price is $1 million. And we had 200 luxury sales in the third quarter, and we're going to bring one of those on there today.
Oh,
so
good.
Excellent. Next we go to, you're going to see the keys. So then we break out Longboat, Lido, Bird Key, Siesta Key. Now, right, the red tide, right? We had some activity there. Even in light of that, we had 257 sales. Average days on the market is about 4 to 5 months. And the biggest thing is it's a balanced market. That means 6.3 months of inventory. That's a balanced buyer and seller market. So even in light of red tide, we actually still had a very, very strong month in the Keys. Yeah. And then the next zone we like to break out is going to be our west of Trail. And then, of course, our downtown Sarasota. A lot happening in there.
A lot of growth, yeah.
A lot of growth. What's really cool about this is the inventory went down compared to last year over 16%. That means it's a very strong seller's market downtown. A lot has to do with the new construction, a lot of the other things that go into that. But west of Trail, downtown, again, very high price point there. Very strong market.
Inventory goes down even with all the new building.
That's correct.
Wow.
Yeah, that means the demand is so high. The absorption rate.
Gotcha. So it's going fast.
It's going fast. Yeah, a lot of people want to be down there.
Wow.
So, including myself.
Yeah.
So next we're going to go to Central Sarasota. Now look at this, over 1,100 sales. This is pretty much the area between west of I-75 and east of US 41.
It's a pretty big area then,
Big
right?
area.
It's one of the larger.
What's really neat about this area, this makes up over 30% of our market in Sarasota. Look at the median sales price though, $250,000. So again, we're going to see the biggest pool of buyers in this area. 3.2 months of inventory. That is a crazy seller's market.
Wow.
That means there's not enough inventory for buyers out there. If no other homes went on the market, we'd be sold out of properties in Central Sarasota in 3.2 months.
Oh, wow.
That's what that means. So if you're in that area, Central Sarasota, it's a time to sell.
That could be incentive, yeah, if you're thinking about it. Great.
And then finally, we break out east of I-75 and including Lakewood Ranch. So we measure quarter over quarter and then year over year. Year over year, the sales are up 54% from last year. Again, that's going to be a lot of the new construction. And at the same time, look how popular it is down there, right?
Yeah.
And then there's a nice mix of affordability too. You know, luxury and condos and townhomes. Over 500 sales. Just in Lakewood Ranch and I-75, you're going to see 4 months of inventory. Again, anything less than 6 months of inventory is a seller's market. This is a high seller's market right there. Very strong to be a seller east of I-75 and in Lakewood Ranch. So overall, in light of everything, I guess the breakdown is the market is still very, very strong. And again, I feel that we're a little sheltered here and with the amenities in the area, and you can see that with the new construction as well.
And were we seeing this type of trend in the first 2 quarters?
Yeah, we've been seeing a slow. It's actually been strong all year. Yeah, it's been strong.
Good.
So again, it's unknown going into 2019. We can only measure what happened in the past. That's why we put these reports together. So yeah, it still looks good.
You also brought us a couple homes,
of course,
which we love.
Not bring homes here. So let's take a look. The first one, we're actually going to go down to Grand Palm. Gorgeous community, 560,000. Look how big this house is. 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, over 3,300 square feet. Absolutely gorgeous, built in 2017. This home has over $95,000 in upgrades. This is like you walk in for the builder home and I want everything. So beautiful open floor plan. You're going to see quartz countertops, large island, walk-through pantry. Neat, clean, sharp, sleek. I love that style. And then of course Grand Palm, you're looking at a resort-style community. It's gated, you know, great mix of homes in there, and you know, it's a newer community. So beautiful home on the market down there, and just incredible.
Gorgeous.
Big house, great
All
price
right,
point.
and a dream home.
So I got some good and bad news about this house. The good news is that it's absolutely gorgeous, and it's going to increase our market. The bad news is it actually is no longer available as of this past weekend. It went under contract, which that's good for our market that these are selling. This sold in about 6 months. Dave Beachy Properties had this property. $3 million it was listed at. You're going to see the inside. This was built in 2014. 6 bedrooms, 5 full baths, 2 half baths, over 6,000 square feet of awesomeness with this dream home. 105 feet of bayfront, and we're right on Emerald Harbor right there, and you know, 13,000 pound boat lift there. So bring your toys, and again, gorgeous home. Great sale for our community. Of course, that's considered a luxury.
Andrew, I was all ready to buy it too. Man, I missed out. All right.
We could visit.
To see more of these homes and all of the homes available to buy right now, you can contact Andrew at sellingthesuncoast.com. Coming up next, we'll raise a glass or two to some unusual local craft beers.
Hunger is a growing problem in our area, and a huge number of Suncoast residents are suffering in silence.
It could be your coworker
Your child's classmate.
or your friend fighting to secure their next meal, but you can help.
ABC7 is partnering with local organizations to help feed the Suncoast.
Go to mysuncoast.com/hunger to join the fight. Help us.
Help the hungry.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC7 News app. This is an ABC7 News Update.
Good Tuesday morning. I'm Ray Collins. Today at noon, voting is now underway. A record number took advantage statewide of early voting. Big races in Florida include governor, Senate, Congress, and a number of issues and amendments as well. A memorial service last night for a Bradenton man. The chiropractor was killed in a helicopter crash last week. We'll hear from his friends. But first, let's get the Election Day forecast now from John Scalzi.
Looks pretty good for us, Ray. It's going to be a warm one, so maybe on the water is the place you want to be. We'll look for a southeast wind switching to the west in the afternoon. That should bring us 2-foot seas and just a light chop on your bay and inland waters. Forecast for today calls for a daytime high that tops out in the mid to even upper 80s in some locations. Not much of a change from yesterday, except perhaps even a little warmer. Over the next several days, we will stay warm. Friday, a chance of rain as a front cools us off for the weekend.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard serve to give back to their country and communities. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for an array of benefits, such as affordable health and life insurance benefits, education benefits, including tuition assistance, student loan repayment, and GI Bill programs, a retirement plan based on part-time service, and VA home mortgages. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about all the benefits available in the Army National Guard.
Welcome back. The Suncoast is a thriving spot for award-winning craft beer brewers. So it makes sense that 37 breweries from around the country are headed here this weekend to showcase their own special brews. Calusa Brewing is hosting the Mixed Cultural Invitational, and Ed Paulson and Taylor Pogue are here to tell us what it is all about. Welcome back, guys.
Thanks, guys. Great to be back.
So this is a great reason to bring everyone to the Suncoast. Tell us about, this is not your typical beer festival. Tell us about it.
So yeah, we're actually bringing a lot of our friends from around the country.
and showcasing all of these weird wild beers, as we like to call them. They're all fermented with a lot of different bugs, bacteria, and yeast. And it's a lot of different flavors in all these beers, and we really wanted to showcase a little different than just your typical IPA, stouts, porters, and stuff like that.
So we're getting some more, when you say weird, we're getting some more like tart flavored beers,
Well,
right?
I'd like to joke even the difference between a rindless Wisconsin rectangle and the sensuousness of a wheel of brie, where you're like, that looks a little runny at room temperature and it smells funny, but there's something just so beyond the realm of normal brewer's yeast. So these are fermented in oak, aged in oak. When you come into the tap room and you see like the barrels or the fooder, the big fermentation vessel, this is really like a tribute to that kind of little part of our output. There's a very special artisanal kind of output.
Just hearing you describe the beers, automatically I want them. But you gave us some pictures. You actually brought us some pictures of, it's a fooder?
Yep.
Is that what it's called? Tell us what it is.
So a fooder is really a Dutch word for big oak tun, oak vessels, and they're turned upright and they're either for aging or in this case fermentation. So in the way of like, a typical stainless steel fermenter, you got your your keyboard, and this is like a violin. It's like there's no frets on that thing. It's acoustic. How does that happen? There's just a realness and a roundness. They come from think of the world of northern France and southern Belgium, where the wine and the perfume of France meet the brewing of Germany. So they're served with panache. They have flavors that are more like cider or champagne. And again, it's an important part of what we do in a very crafty thing for this region. So of course the festival itself will also feature, the breweries are bringing many of their more special offerings as well, not just in this category, but something we're really excited about.
And you have two special beers with some fun names that you are unveiling at the big event, and you brought them for us to try. So let's start, what are we tasting first?
So we have, what you three have is our Fuzzsaw Massacre. It's a
Fuzzsaw Massacre.
Oh my God!
I'm afraid to drink this.
I love the name.
Thursday morning.
Fuzz for peach.
Yeah, fuzzy peaches. So yeah, this is more like your morning mimosa. It's tart. Yeah. It's got a grapefruit nose.
I love it.
Grapefruit,
Yeah.
I taste that, yes.
But you smell the peach on the nose,
peach.
right?
Yes.
And Linda is self-admittedly not a big beer fan, but you do like some of the sweeter, fruitier
I like
ones.
this.
Yeah.
I don't like normal beer,
No,
but I like this.
I love that you say that every time that we're on. It's like, I don't really love beer, but I love this.
You guys are changing.
Yeah.
All right, so you brought another one. In addition to the Fuzzsaw Massacre, you brought another, it looks like a darker one.
Yes,
that
so
I've
this
got.
is our
You've got.
Spirit Mask.
Okay.
So this beer was brewed 2.5 years ago, right when we opened, pretty much. It was a blend of an amber and a blonde ale with new fooder beer, like the big oak tun you saw. To freshen up a little bit, but this beer has been in the making since we've been open, and now we can really showcase it.
So 2.5 years in the wine barrels.
Oh
wow!
And if you like big, like oaky, oh man. I mean, it's amazing.
This is delicious.
So these styles, they're kind of paradoxically both fresh and mature. So they're kind of for fun, but they're also for contemplation.
Yes,
and so they hit all these notes. You're like, wow, that was a really great time, but it also meant a lot. It's like
What comes up with the recipes for these?
Really, our head brewer Jason is, to me, astonishingly only 33 years old. I think we have a great team, and this is really representative of all the years we've been open.
Well, there's so much you can do this weekend at the event. The Mixed Culture Beer Festival is Saturday, November 10th from 2 to 6 p.m. at Calusa Brewing. You, of course, can purchase tickets at Calusa Brewing. You can go in and visit them, or you can go online to calusamci.eventbrite.com. Coming up next, an inside look at master sand sculptors hard at work on the Suncoast.
You like to pay less. That's why you made Honda Accord the best-selling midsize car in America. Get the redesigned Accord, the North American Car of the Year, or Civic, a KBB.com Best Buy for less than the competition. Like SUVs and trucks? Get Motor Trend's SUV of the Year, CRV, the 8-passenger Pilot, or Ridgeline truck for up to $4,240 less. Today at your local Honda dealer.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7.
A lot of these campaigns have really the old-fashioned get out the vote, door-to-door campaigning, and that works. That does get people out. We might see a little bit of a bump.
The midterm elections are finally here. We have had debates, discussed the polls. What can we expect? I'm Alan Cohn. We'll have up-to-the-minute results at the Trapezoid.
Tonight on ABC 7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. You now have the power to prioritize your Facebook feed and get local news and information from the team you trust. Go to the ABC 7 Sarasota page on Facebook. Give us a like, then click following and choose See First. That's it. Customize even more by choosing notifications. Choose breaking news, posts, live videos, anything you want to see in real time. Take control of your newsfeed and stay connected to what's happening in your community with ABC 7 on Facebook.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here. Because
Why, you don't like my hair? The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds.
No.
Delicious recipes.
Today I'm gonna show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch the Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
Investigate TV tackles the tough topics.
What happened to my life was awful.
When your health is compromised, we investigate.
They are really drug dealers in white coats.
Corporate greed exposed.
How do you trust them to run this program?
The powerful held accountable with in-depth journalism led by award-winning journalist Lee Zurich. We're your watchdog. Search Investigate TV on your Roku device. Download it now.
Find out first at 4 on the Suncoast with ABC 7 News at 4. ABC 7 News at 4 starts with a detailed look at your first alert weather forecast to help you plan and prepare. We give you a fresh, fast-paced rundown of the day's top stories and videos, including breaking news, live updates, and traffic hotspots, all at a new, more convenient time. Find out first at 4, weekdays on ABC 7. Hurricane season is here, and so is the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC 7. This essential resource arms you with vital information you need to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast, including how to create your readiness plan and survival kit, shelter locations, what to do with pets, and important phone numbers. Visit mysuncoast.com and download the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC 7. Brought to you by Batteries Plus, the Florida Lottery, and Sarasota Glass and Mirror. ABC 7 is the most watched, most trusted news source on the Suncoast, and we owe it all to you, our loyal viewers. Thank you for making us #1.
Well, sand sculptors from all over the world are getting ready for this weekend's Siesta Key Crystal Classic. And we know where you can get a front row seat as they prepare, right from your computer or your mobile phone. That's right, visit the Siesta Key Crystal Classic's Facebook page. They're posting daily video of each day's progress, so you can get a preview of some of this year's sculptures. And of course, coming up this Friday morning on Suncoast View, we'll have master sculptor Brian Wigglesworth giving us an exclusive look at how some of those sculptures are formed. Of course, the event is this weekend at Siesta Key, the Siesta Key Crystal Classic. All right, coming up next, Premier Catering is here with empty bowls in the kitchen. We'll be filling them with soup.
This is an ABC 7 News Update.
Good morning, I'm Jess Dowdrick. Coming up today at noon, it's Election Day, and this year's ballot is one of the longest Sarasota and Manatee counties have ever seen. We'll tell you the best times to go to the polls to avoid lines and how you can prepare ahead of time. Plus, parking meters are coming to downtown Sarasota on Main Street and Palm Avenue. We'll tell you when you can start expecting to pay to park at noon. Now let's check in with First Alert meteorologist John Scalzi.
Well, we have a pretty nice day today. We have a little bit of high cloudiness kind of streaming past, but they're not going to produce any rainfall, those clouds. Fair weather clouds. We also have a frontal boundary located just to our north with some cooler air back behind it, producing some severe weather in parts of the country today, particularly the mid-Atlantic, but that stalls out before ever making it to us. So the warm weather trend will continue for several more days in a row. In fact, right straight through probably Saturday. We'll watch 86 as our daytime temperature by 3 p.m.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Recovery from mental and substance use disorders is real. You can recover. It's possible. It happens every day.
Never give up on yourself.
Discover hope and help.
The world is a beautiful place again.
Join the Voices for Recovery. For confidential information for mental and substance use disorders, call 1-800-662-HELP.
Welcome back. We're here in Rice's Appliance Kitchen with Chef David from Premier Catering. What are we making, Chef?
We're making a butternut squash and apple bisque today.
Whoa.
It's a nice combination for the fall, you know. So we've already got a little butter going in here, and we're gonna add some of our vegetables to it. A little bit of onion and celery, carrot, and some fresh diced gala apples.
Ah, that's nice.
You could also use a red delicious if you wanted to. Okay. And I like to leave the peels on it because it gives it a little bit of tartness.
Oh, yeah,
that's a good combo with the squash.
You need me to do
more?
the squash?
And then we're gonna scoop out the flesh. I roasted these squash ahead of time, just with a little bit of oil and
so
salt
where
and
do I
pepper.
put them?
And we're gonna add the flesh of it right to our pot here.
Okay, I'm coming with it.
Will that thicken it up? I know since it's a bisque.
It does.
Okay.
It does, and then actually for our base of the soup, we're going to use some apple cider and chicken stock.
Oh, this is getting better and
this
better.
Is going to give, it's going to bring both those flavors out really nicely.
Beautiful.
This is such a great fall soup, and of course this is the soup that you are making at Empty Bowls this week, which we'll talk about in just a little bit.
This smells so good.
And also to go with this soup, this is a little chicken stock that I'm adding in here.
How long did you cook these squash?
I roasted them in the oven for about 40 minutes. It gets them nice and soft.
Something's on top. Is it butter on top?
A little bit of butter and olive oil.
Oh, okay.
Touch of salt and pepper, and I cook them flat side down. And that gives them a nice color, brings out the roastedness, really brings out the flavor of it.
Chef, is this one of those soups that it tastes better as it has a chance to kind of sit a little bit? You know,
the
some
longer
soups
it
develop.
simmers, the better, really. I mean, you know, I generally, I'll probably make 10 gallons of this for the event, but I'll simmer it for about, 4 hours.
Okay. I like a spaghetti sauce.
Right, and then I've also taken some sambuca, and I've cooked it down here a little bit, and I've got some softened butter in the mixer.
Okay.
And we're gonna add that to it, and mix a spiced butter. We'll add a little cinnamon, nutmeg, and some allspice to it. And the salmon's gonna be our garnish for the soup. And then when that hits the soup, it really adds a lot of creaminess to it.
Oh, wow. This soup is getting better and better. I know a lot of times I've tried to make butternut squash at home. I'm certainly not an expert.
It
tastes
good.
very flat, but all the things you're adding are kind of giving it a nice kick.
They elevate the flavors with all the different
With
ingredients.
the extra special butter and the sambuca, of course, I'm certain helps. So tell us a little bit about, as you're still making the soup, tell us a little bit about Empty Bowls and how the event works. You brought some bowls.
Empty Bowls, yes, this is for Meals on Wheels Plus Manatee. And they have all these different bowls that they've had hand painted by various people around the community. A lot of people volunteer their time to come and paint them. So they're all hand painted. So you get to pick out your bowl, and then you get to go through, and there's probably 20 different restaurants that come and bring different soups. So you get to try all these different samples and then pick out the one you want to take with you, and you get the bowl to go as well.
And as you can see on that graphic there, it is 2 days at 2 different venues. So on the 8th, it is at Renaissance on 9th in Bradenton. And on the 9th, it is Lakewood Ranch. So you can find out more information. You can get your tickets, foodbankofmanatee.org. It is a great event, and it's a great reason to try a whole bunch of soup that you don't have to make yourself.
And this wash is delicious.
And
yes.
we would just puree this soup up and get our finished product.
Yes. All right. I will hand you the pureer.
This is the largest.
I don't know what to say after this. Yes, perhaps take a
I
sip.
use this as the weekend for my boat motor.
All right, while he purees, we want to remind you, you can join Empty Bowls. Thanks again, Chef David from Premier Catering. Get out and vote, and tune into ABC7 tonight, starting at 7 p.m. for election coverage, local results, and national. All right, you take some time, enjoy the Suncoast view. We're going to be pureeing.